Hi, everyone, and welcome to our last regular season clips of the week for the 2022 Oregon high school football season. We have a few clips to look through as we prepare for the playoffs this week. Good luck to all of the officials, associations, players, coaches, and teams as you prepare for the playoffs. Let's look at some clips from the last couple of weeks as we look to get prepared. First off, we want to make sure that we're nailing all of our basic, easy penalty enforcements. And this is just a simple play here where we notice there are five players clearly in the backfield. Well, we want to try to make them legal and try to have this player towards the line judge's side, that wide receiver on the line. He is clearly off. We can't see the line judge. So we don't know if they are punching backwards or not. We see the H is for sure. So this is a play where we clearly have an illegal formation and we don't get a flag. And this play does go for a touchdown. So we would like to make sure that we're nailing all of the easy, basic penalties like this. So this is a good clip just to show one piece of the ability to legally ground a pass. So we know that the passer has to be outside the free blocking zone, and we also have to remember that the ball has to reach the line of scrimmage. What is sometimes forgotten, though, is that the ball can reach the line of scrimmage through the extension of the line of scrimmage through the sidelines. And that's what happens on this play. So I rolled it once and just kind of want to show this again. So the passer is clearly outside the free blocking zone. The wing does a good job here. They've stayed on the line of scrimmage. It looks like it's at the 25, and they're able to spin and take a quick look. This might be in the stands, but as long as it crosses the line of scrimmage extended, this is a legal play. So good job by the crew here for passing on this. So we'll see this couple of clips of this one. It's hard to see on this, but on the next angle from the end zone, we want to watch the action by the defender against the snapper. So they time it well, but they use the snapper for leverage. They place their hands on the snapper, use that for leverage to jump over. And we've seen this around the state a few times this year. This is just a really good look at this. This was not called, but this is a personal foul. It's obviously not flagrant or anything, but this is by rule a personal foul. The defender is not allowed to use the snapper to gain leverage or push off of them. So this is the primary responsibility of the umpire or center judges. They are responsible for action against the snapper. So again, talking about nailing basics here, we see this type of play where we have a player that might come in motion and then there's a quick forward shovel pass. And we know that this should be an incomplete pass if it's dropped. Let's back this up again. So we want to look at the direction of it. The direction is clearly forward. This unfortunately was ruled a fumble, but this is clearly an incomplete forward pass and should have been ruled that. So just again, make sure that we have good, clear communication. This crew did come together. The wing was adamant that this was a fumble, but this is, after review, clearly an incomplete pass. Good job here. This play happens quickly. We want to pay attention to the fullback. We have the center judge here who will pick up a low block by this fullback. Again, we want to make sure we're trying to capture all these illegal low blocks. Obviously, the fullback is not on the line of scrimmage at the snap or in the free blocking zone, obviously. And so great pickup here on potential safety foul. This is an interesting play in that it appears almost by design. We're going to have the quarterback under duress, and they're going to throw a pass behind the line of scrimmage, which is caught. It's caught by number 54, though. So it almost looks like it was by design, but also could have just been out of duress. Now, one thing here is this player, number 54, presents a target, if you will, for the defender, and the defender could easily come in and blow them up and actually hit them with a non-wrap-up tackle. Now, that's not what happens here. You can see the defender does wrap up and take him to the ground, so this is a good tackle. However, even though number 54 is an ineligible receiver, he does receive the protection of a defenseless receiver. So had the defender come in, not wrapped up, and delivered a shoulder or something that otherwise is illegal this year, we would actually have 2 fouls on this play. So in this case, though, we do just have illegal touching for the pass being touched by number 54 of the offense. We talked a lot this year about, watching off ball and just, making sure that your eyes are in the right spot. This is just an interesting play that it's a fumble that's not grounded. It's just picked up in the air. These officials certainly don't have a chance to keep up with the player at this point. And so what we want to do is just watch all of the players, or excuse me, all of the officials here. The referee is responsible for the runner. The center judge is turning their head to look at action behind the play because we know that sometimes that happens. And now we see the wing doing the same thing here. So great job by the crew here, recognizing they're not going to beat this player to the goal line. So the referee will maintain responsibility to make sure that the runner does make it across. But just a really good job here by the center judge and this wing official just to turn around and watch action behind the play, because that's really the only place their focus should be on. But we don't see that very often. So just great job here by these officials. This is an interesting play here where we're going to see probably more trick plays in the playoffs, and it's good in our pregame meetings with the coaches to discuss those and have those come up so that we can be prepared for them. This was a game in which the head coach, excuse me, the head coach did explain to the crew that they would be throwing a backward pass to a player with an ineligible number. So the left tackle here is number 71, and in the pregame, the coach said that they might throw a backward pass to that player. So we have the quarterback rolling, and this is close, but it is backwards, and that player does end up catching a backward pass for a touchdown. Now, I want to back this up, and this presents another dilemma here, is we're inside the 5. So our wings, their first move is going to be to the goal line for goal line mechanics. And so with that, the wings are not going to be in position on the line of scrimmage to punch as normal. So in this case, we didn't get a punch either way, but because we were prepared, everyone was able to discuss after the play that there was a backward pass and that it was a legal play. And even the center judge was able to come in and say that they had help with this as well. So again, just good job to stress with coaches in the pregame. Please let us know if you do have any special trick plays or formations that we need to be aware of. Another clip from the same game here. And again, a couple things regarding penalty enforcement, and then also just, watching where you should be. So we're going to have a hold here by the left tackle. That's going to be called by the center judge. But then we're going to have a hit here by the defender against this receiver who's crossing, and we're going to have a personal foul for unnecessary roughness. So pretty basic calls in some ways, but just a really good job by the line judge here to pick up that hit, especially. They do have a receiver coming out, but based on the stance of the quarterback, their focus is there in the middle, and that's a good pickup there. And we just have 2 live ball fouls here, so obviously these are going to offset, and we're going to replay the down. But just a good job there by the wing to make sure that they pick up that foul. And again, just making sure that we're watching what we need to watch. I want to back this up again. So we're going to have a tip pass. I believe it's ruled incomplete. Player's clearly down. And then we get a pretty vicious hit here by the defender. This could be deemed flagrant and a possible disqualification. That's not what was ruled here, but good job here by the center judge who has picked this up. Now they're in position from the angle in which they're officiating the play. We don't see a flag from the line judge, not to say there wasn't one, but they're also in really good position for that as well. But good job picking this up. So that's it for this week's clips of the weeks. We hope that everyone has good success in the playoffs. Again, best of luck to all officials, associations, players, teams, coaches for a healthy and successful playoff run. We will share some clips again throughout the playoffs as we go. Thank you. Take care.